On the surface level, it may not seem like Capturing Kids' Hearts has accomplished much with students. Capturing Kids' Hearts has been hard on teachers too. We already have a heavy workload, and sometimes this might feel like something just to add to your list of things to do. It may seem just like another thing you have to add to your list. Capturing Kids' Hearts can be awkward, and sometimes it's even redundant. You may wonder, does it matter? Does it make a difference?
It doesn't.
I don't
care about
only
it.
teachers still don't do anything. But things are not always as they seem. Capturing Kids' Hearts is being noticed by our students, and it is making a difference.
Whether we want to admit it or not, I believe that Capturing Kids' Hearts has had a great impact on our school. I think the connection between teachers and students was happening long before we put a name to it, but Capturing Kids' Hearts did implement some new activities as well. I would say that the activity that impacted me the most would be good things. Optimism isn't always instinct for all of us. However, good things forced me to find something good in each day. At first, I just found good things when a teacher forced me to respond, but later on, I started to make time in my day to remember the good things. Hope is a really great thing, and life just looks a lot better when you're seeing a glass half full instead of one half empty. Finding good things has become more of a habit than a struggle. Even on the days I would consider bad, I can still see the sun is shining.
I've always tried to be upbeat and positive with my students. One of the things that I like to use with Capturing Kids' Heart is good things. Every day, each class, I start with good things. Of course, I always share lots of good things, and I call it my cup runneth over, so that they develop an attitude of optimism that every day is a good day, and you have to consider all the positives that you have around you. It works for me, and I'm in my 34th year, finishing up my 34th year of teaching. It makes for great classes and a good learning culture, both in the classroom and outside the classroom.
Of course, we all know Capturing Kids' Hearts is more than just doing good things. One big piece of it is creating a social contract and keeping it alive throughout the school year.
Time is very precious to all of us. Through the CKH process and the mutual level of respect between students and teachers, time is respected and valued. One of the primary areas students always ask to have put on the social contract is respect and understanding of time, and I often ask for them to clarify what that means. As the students clarify what they mean by that, understanding of schedules, balance, value of time, not just giving work for the sake of work, etc., I'm amazed by how many also include that they need to understand and respect my time, especially with family. I think the lesson we all learn is that balance is key in our life, and if that is one lesson we can all learn and carry throughout our life, we are successful.
I think the biggest difference that I find between a Capturing Kids' Hearts versus a non-Capturing Kids' Hearts school is that with the social contract, it changes the dynamics of the relationship, because instead of it being a one-way relationship, the teacher stating these are the expectations I have for you in my space, it is a two-way relationship where both of us are sitting down and talking about what do we expect of each other in this space. And so I think it definitely, I don't want to use the word buy-in, but I think it definitely creates ownership and thus a feeling of wanting to follow whatever that relationship is.
In the public school system, classroom behaviors are not always understood or expected or defined, but capturing kids' hearts has given substance to the understood expectations of what should be happening in the classroom. And I think that's a real strength of it. It's understood for both the students and the teacher.
And it's about, okay, how can I make sure that my students feel welcome in my room and they have a good experience here? So I think that's really helped me, and then also just seeing them off with that launch at the end of the day. I know they really appreciate that, and because I'm getting ready to shake hands with my next class, I let them out by holding the door open for them, and that they just see that as a courtesy and that I care about them too. Capturing Kids' Hearts is having a positive impact on our building. Our referrals are going down, and people can tell the difference in our environment, and it's even affecting them on a personal level.
I've had to think about and then communicate my expectations, and that's, I think, the biggest impact that Capturing Kids' Hearts has had on me.
So I think good things help set the tone of being positive for the classroom, and we have fun with that. You see how much, especially on Monday mornings, how much we get done over the weekend. It's good. So that's what I like to use with Capturing Kids' Heart.
One, I think it makes doing, quote, the business of the classroom easier. It just is a way of doing things that just makes all of that run more smooth. And I feel the other thing that I like about it is that not only does it hold the students accountable, it holds me accountable.
It's helped me prioritize better. I used to use every second I could between bells and everything to run to the bathroom, grade a few papers, do what I could, and now my priority is, okay, I gotta use the bathroom after the kids are already in the room, or have a student up there shaking hands. I've got to make sure that I'm done with my grading so that I can be at the door and welcome them to my room. And the priority has just shifted. It's not about me, what I need to get done. It's about, okay, how can I make sure that my students feel welcome in my room and they have a good experience here? This school year is going to be rough. We have a new power school, we have new classes we're teaching, and a new bell schedule. But if we can try to make sure that we are making kids the focus of our day, everything else should work out just fine.
I know one size doesn't fit all, but I would encourage you to take part in it, and do the next step. Greeting your students at the door is really good. That's the first step. And then do good things and make it work for your classroom and see what works. Yeah, it might feel like a cookie cutter thing, but if you use it, the model, and then you can tweak it to how you would like it, I think you'll really enjoy it and you'll get more out of your classroom, and it will lessen your behaviors. Because again, I can't stress enough, it's the expectations, those hidden expectations that clearly come out to the table and everyone is on the same page.
And so unfortunately there are some of these skills that are childish, but I think kids need them because they're not getting them elsewhere. And hopefully, because our whole district is doing it, eventually they'll come to us with those skills already because they're getting them at Central and at the middle school. It's worth it in the long run. The payoff is exponential.
I think it's about, just like we do with everything else, we collaborate about content, we collaborate about AIW. I think it's important that we collaborate with Capturing Kids' Hearts so that when we run into hurdles or frustrations, that we feel like we're not alone and that there are other people out there that can help us on the journey.
So this year, let's capture Cubs' hearts together.